Rome is wasting no times,
and just
only enemies.
boom.
Carthage doing much
Carthage
such
is
the same.
growing very fast too. Oh my.
Looks like Assinia and...
wow.
Double kill.
Black Ninja is out, and also CB is out. Damn, that Dubonia looks very, very meaty.
Yeah, man. We are back once again
Damn
with
straight.
Imperator Dev Clash. It is week 2, and we've had some shiny new things implemented over the past week.
Damn straight.
People were actually thinking of their dear casters and put in 2 things that we really wanted
Yes,
from,
we
from
begged for
watching.
it.
Looks like game's on pause. We are back underway, and we can immediately look at one of the things that was put in for us, and that is the flames.
Yes,
that
the
means
flames are
yes,
back.
you can yell at us because we're missing the wars, as you'll all be able to see them right here in the outliner, including the elusive blue flames. So
And there are already a few of them.
We'll see if people are at war, and including if they're at war with other players. So, for example, we have D-Note over in Egypt, and he's in the war because he's fighting against Bactria.
Oh.
I don't think that they're actively going to be fighting each other, but there is the case of the Seleucid Empire. What's happening to it? They caused a bit of a stir early on for poor Audiomancer down in Macha,
Yep.
but it seems like Bactria is taking this opportunity to dissolve the Seleucid Empire and probably grab a whole load for themselves.
Yeah.
So, best of luck to Trintragula. I am correct, it is Tragula there, right?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
there we go. But who's this neighbor he's got? This black ninja individual.
It's poor Matthew, who in the first episode got absolutely crushed by Dubonia while playing Brigantia, if I remember correctly.
That led to some amazing after clash sessions, I must say. So let's turn our attention to glorious Britannia for a moment here. It did not used to be full of dubs here, right? Debonia kind of sprung up
Damn
with
straight.
explosive force. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the story with Debonia here? Who are they? Who are these Debonians? Well, I gotta say they have some striking facial hair going for starters.
Yeah, splendid
but
hair.
they are the major power tribal kingdom here in Britannia. There's a power system, so depending on how many cities you have, you'll get to be anything from a lowly city-state all the way up to a great power. 150 cities to be a great power is a fair chunk there. It unlocks certain abilities that you can do, also gives you certain effects, and can actually grow certain other effects that you have in your country. If we actually tag over to Debonia, here we go, and I think I'm trying to... Oh! Right, I can actually highlight this thing here. Another thing they did for us, because they're so kind to their casters,
they were very kind.
is they noticed, man, we got a lot of pop-ups when we were observing everyone. So they actually cleared away pretty much all the pop-ups for observers, except, of course, the battles. Because then we can see my favorite thing in the game, when you capture somebody and throw them into your dungeons.
Yes, good stuff.
And then you extort all their money. Yes, here we go.
Oh, God, Jake.
I mean, Cartoritus Salatius. That's a nice pile of wealth he has. Would be
Yeah.
a tragic shame if they went and contributed towards the state funds of Debonia.
I mean, if Sir Rogers feels like he's in the mood, he can also flog them to death, so hell,
Oh hell
why
yeah!
not?
Here's one of the things that can grow your active bonus you get from having matching ideas.
Yep.
It depends on the country that you're running here. Of course, you're free to choose other ideas, but Debonia here has chosen martial ethos and state religion. Now they do have the religion around here. It's all druids as far as the eye can see. I wonder if he does expand into other faiths he will convert.
That would be very, very interesting.
Or tolerate. I'm not one for tolerance. I can't tolerate that. So we'll see how it goes. So yes, thanks to these flames, you can yell at us as we miss other wars across the world.
It's gonna be pretty interesting.
Throw them into the prison. Well, actually, they don't have a lot of wealth. Not even worth their time. 31 ducats. I wouldn't.
Insta kill.
Yeah. Just go for the kill. There we go. Lowly 10 ducats, but still into the prison they go. Rome, a bit of the poster child of the game. You know, it's Imperator Rome after all. But
And it's Kaiser Johann in
What are
Rome.
they up to right now? It's very peaceful for the Kaiser, but looks like he's going into Corsica here. He has landed at the city of Aleria, and I think the Etrurians are a bit scared at all these Romans just sitting around with 11 martial as well. Who is this 17-year-old Quintus
Oh, wow.
Marcius Philippus.
The stats for Marshall are really, really high.
Likely the next consul. He's
Probably.
got stuff going for him. Loads of... oh, well, he won that. He
we
obviously
go.
felt the pressure of having the casters on. But
Yeah.
right, I got to wrap this up.
Yep.
Show that I mean business.
Time to conquer. Bam. There we go.
So who else do we have going on in wars at the moment? There was Armenia, who was having a bit of trouble last session. They were getting pushed around a bit by a large grouping of nations over towards their west.
I think it was led by Pontus, actually.
Yeah, I think Pontus spearheaded straight into Armenia. So they got roughed up a bit, but not so much that they couldn't bounce back. And it looks like the bouncing is taking form on the crippled now Seleucid Empire. And
Exactly.
Armenia is thinking, okay, leave these little fledgling states to their own. He wants the big piece of the pie. Probably wants to go all the way down here into the...
To the
for
rich
the, for the
provinces.
time, the real
Yeah.
cities of world's desires, yeah.
Exactly.
So Mesopotamia, it's good land. I mean, look at these trade goods: dates, earthenware, elephants. New dictation around this this company is that all of our games must have elephants in them. So.
I think that's because of you, right? It is.
Who would have said such a thing? It's becoming a problem, really. Right, so
it's not.
we got CB's name right
Yeah.
here in Iberia. What's he doing here?
He was defeated by Dubonia, and he asked to be relocated somewhere nice where the sun shines.
Sir Devonia to you.
Yes.
So CB says, you know, I quite like having a bit of a retirement home kind of area to manage over. So they've got Occitania.
I'm not sure it's that much of a retirement home. When you look at the situation, you still have powers to the west with Oppidania and Celticia. The north, you have the free Gaulish players. So, I mean, not sure if it's going to be a piece of cake for him.
They're still considered a regional power, right? So that means they've got between 10 and 49 cities. It's kind of a broad scope.
And
It'll be
they
a hard
can,
press
they can
to go.
fit in war if they want.
Yeah.
Still no blue flames. Everything's cool.
No,
Looks
yeah.
like Egypt is out of the blue flame war. What happened
Yeah,
there?
so the Seleucid seems to... Oh, right.
Oh.
The war seems to have largely ended between Bactra and Seleucid. Perhaps we can get a hotline going
Yes.
with the ruler of Bactria. Let's see. He is in a war still right now. Maybe he found
Oh, he
it.
finally managed to white peace.
I
Oh,
see.
wow.
So it looks like he's just sealing the deal there and maybe consolidating a bit more. He's taking on Wusun right here to the north. It could be... Oh, Black Ninja has...
Left the game. Oh, well.
Was he always Shul here? I remember him
Oh
being
my,
another
no
name.
way. No way.
It seems that the Shul have come
Oh,
in and
boy.
decided that Black Ninja is having the
Oh boy, oh boy.
double knockout.
And Black Ninja is telling me, ha 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 ha, I got game overed by the AI.
Oh, wow.
Oh, press that F, that sweet, sweet F.
Oh, no,
I know you
please.
hate it,
Yeah,
but still.
don't press it.
And he was talking to me just yesterday, like, where's the place I could be and like just thrive a bit for a while, just gobble a small country, and then boom, Sula happened.
It's not a Shul thing.
Oh, yeah.
Pebble to stand it. Right, we got wars going on right now. Player war, 2 blue flags, so I can only assume. Boy Hamia, ruled by Chain Gun. Let's get over on them. What is going on, Chain Gun? Who are you fighting and why? Seems that they want to take on Treveria.
Ooh.
And it seems like they're coming out on top here. Loads of occupations going on. What's happening in this war? Tell us more, game. It's the Bohemian Treverian War. They want to take Eburonia.
Eburonia, oh wow.
And they have Successor on their side. Numerically hard to tell who's got the advantage from the get-go here, but the war wages on. Looks like Bohemia is being sent away by Treveria. Of course, they're
I think
they're in their
terms-
homelands.
In
so-
terms of numbers, I think Bohemia has just a slight advantage over Treveria, if I'm not mistaken.
Loads of archers and chariots, but as we know, certain units considerably better against those. So we got battle rocking out here, but fortune favors very much our defenders here. They are sending the invaders home. Let's look at it. Let's look at it from Treveria's point of view. Ooh, hey, this is going to be one down to the wire. Pretty evenly matched. When it comes down to it, what do we have? We have 10 martial versus 8. It might just give them the edge they need because it's an open battle on open plains. Ooh. Victory, victory, victory. So
And there we go.
The defenders, despite being infringed upon, are really pushing out. However, they're in a lot of wars here in Treveria. Holy moly. Debonia, not
wow.
satisfied with just their island, are already starting to eye up. Man, it's the 100 Years' War, but many hundreds of years early.
Before time, yeah.
So he's got a lot of people to defend against.
I think Dubonia should be also very wary of aggressive expansion. They were at a staggering 70.
Oh, where? Oh,
Dubonia.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Lots of aggressive expansion. All the cultures and subject states going to be very unhappy with them. Not only that, but it causes a real hampering on any diplomacy. But that doesn't stop them locking up people from Treveria. People with lots of money as well. I do like it when you capture people with lots of money.
Of course you do, Jake.
Yeah, it's just.
Hello
Oh
there.
my!
Oh my,
So
another
someone's come
Scot.
to deliver
Oh.
us.
Oh,
Just to help
Jesus.
break the monotony. How are things going?
Well, it depends
They're
if you
going.
are Black Ninja or not.
Yeah.
Because if you're Black Ninja,
Life loves him.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, indeed. Go close to Bactria and you will see Black Ninja again.
Bactria.
He's playing Charismia, the land of
Oh,
desert.
Even friendlier, almost parasitic to Trintragula here.
Do you think Trin will go for a PK then? You know, just get that award.
It's, I mean, currently the AI stands to win the Best Player Slayer award.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whoa, what happened to Smacedon?
Well,
wow.
The fridge
happened.
came, and the fridge decided.
Came, saw, conquered.
Pretty much. Very, very vici.
This is the Byzantium I remember. Just has a couple of citizens there and no
yeah.
else. The
I
real
believe
place to
that
be.
there is one, Kaiser Johann is actually a character in Byzantium at Game Start, actually.
Oh! Not satisfied with just winning the game from out with, he will win the game from within.
Within,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Oh my.
Oh, what is happening with Opidania? It's being carpet sieged by
Yes, Opidania.
Spain, Portugal.
There we go, thank you, Kai.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not
Oh,
looking
well.
so hot for...
Unfortunately, it's because Sirbir is out of the game currently and he lost a massive war. That's
yeah,
such a
it
shame.
looks like it's fighting against a whole load of enemies. But we also have blue flames going over.
Yes,
Bohemia is
indeed.
still enjoying the war with Debonia. So I wonder, is Debonia, did they get a taste for the bloodlust, right?
I think so.
What brought them to come to the mainland here? Well,
wait,
they
wait.
already did, right?
Oh, God.
Calais.
Sweet Belgium.
Calais had to
He
fall.
obviously
France,
wants that
why?
trophy by killing off yet
Yeah.
another player.
There we go, just another notch on the belt at this rate for Mr. Rogers there in Debonia.
Yep.
Then
But he knows to leave Caledonia alone, of course.
yeah, because
Or
otherwise
else-
he'll just get removed from the poll.
Yeah.
Sad.
No, he's got his eyes set on slaying, and that's what he's doing. So I wonder how Armosia and Pictonia feel about this, because surely they're looking at this incursion from Sir Roger going, we need to do something about this.
I'm sure they're sitting there going, this is fine.
Probably.
They're not our boys.
May I say that actually the French paradox managed to form what was it? Armeria or something?
Does he get a special magic potion? If he does.
I'm very
Might need
curious
it.
about that.
Yeah. I mean, I read in a very reliable historical source that they did indeed have a magic potion that helped them.
We've got Neptunes in chat saying Murica, but we
It's
don't-
Armorica,
no,
yes.
no.
The French paradox managed to form Armorica, from Osismia to Armorica. And may I say that Cohn-Bendit playing Arvernia managed to turn around a situation where he was left with only like 3 provinces or something? And he managed to expand a bit. So, kudos to him.
Speaking of people that have multiple provinces, Johann's doing an interesting but unorthodox technique.
Yes.
Well, it's called spreading the risk.
Yes.
You know, he's no longer
Mitigation.
reliant on just one little enclave.
Well, now that he's seen what Phrygia does to those who border him, perhaps he's just waiting to feast upon Getia when the fridge comes for their just desserts.
I'm not so sure. Getia is really, really big. Steppe horses, probably more manpower than
And
Saxonia.
Brugge is having a good run here.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
very
keeping it stable.
Daniel is saying that Getia is now at war, so I can border Phrygia. I fear no one. That's a bold
Getia
statement.
is now at war. What's he up to?
Nice.
Okay, he wants to take down the Moe so he can have a border with the fridge. Not bad land. I've certainly seen worse. Plenty of citizens to boost that tech. How does the Daniel do when it comes to technology, though?
Good question.
Leave you to this
Ooh.
fun-filled.
Brrr.
I will see
Well,
you guys
Bye-bye,
later.
Chris.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to see you.
I said a pleasure, not pleasure to see.
Ooh, I have a message with our hotline directly with the Kaiser telling me that it is time for some salt.
Oh, is he going to go for the salt mines? I wonder. Well, should we take another look at the internals of Rome if they're not at war at the moment? So who do we have? Quintus Marcius Philippus. Hey, he's an all-around okay guy. His civic stats a little low there, but he's got a fair bit of wealth to himself. If we look at the government, he's a varying mix of important government officials here.
Yep.
But when it comes to factions in the Senate, we always said, of course, he's going to keep the military in power. Well, yeah, military faction having the majority of the Senate here. And the next likely candidate is, here we go, it's Carthage time.
Oh my.
It's the Roman Carthaginian War, and he has immediately sniped down a load of the
Trireme from
fleets.
Carthage. Yep.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
Didn't capture it. Actually, nobody was.
And Boy is included into that war. Blue flames for Boy too.
Boy at war with. Yes, Boy is at war with Rome. Was Rome ready for that? Well, they got a 20 stack ready and waiting, but Rome is now invading. They're going for Sardinia. Carthage has an army positioned there, but if they don't hold naval superiority, they're not really going to reinforce that too well, and they're probably going to run into a bad spell, right? They are ravaging away the Carthaginians here. So if we get a quick look at the numbers here, it's not like, holy crivens, look at all that Carthage brings to the table. But it's not like the Romans are on the back pedal here. With that naval superiority, it could be that they're able to take the islands without too much hassle. And I'm seeing the Ave in the chat, along with Boy delenda est.
Oh, poor Boy.
Scipio Africanus. So what's Boy up to? Getting 20,000 thrown into their lands, it seems.
Pretty much.
Not sure how they'll be able to react to that.
It's going to be a very tough war for Boy. Carthage, if they stay safe on their own turf, I think they have the advantage.
But I mean, losing these would be fairly costly. Sure. What is Carthage up to? If we look at it from their point of view, they got a lot of armies, but they're very spread out, and since they don't really have the naval superiority to bring everybody together, what are they going to do? Well, what they are going to do is have the head of their Barcid family get imprisoned by Rome. But they did win another conflict here, so what do they have? They had a battle over in Terentian, where they came out on top.
Yep.
And they sent the Romans away, but another one down in Sulci, of course, on the island where the 10 or so thousand were trapped and stacked, wiped, I think. I'm not seeing them anymore.
And I think the Kaiser is just now going to feed on that.
Yeah, Kaiser is feeding upon their boats at the very least. So another loss at the sea. I think the Kaiser saw what was going on from Debonia and decided that he doesn't want to be outdone here. He's not going to let go of the fact that he slays the players.
Kaiser
Roses are red. This comes from Zoldi95. Roses are red, violets are blue. Carthage should burn, and Boy should too. I see you've been paid well by the Roman Senate to spread this. Oh, we're even seeing that we got slaves being taken away from Sardinia and transported back to Rome, as if Rome needed more slaves. Good heavens, that's why they're rolling in the income here.
Pretty much.
There are a lot of little states here that I think Carthage find themselves at war with. Yeah, so we have Rome, Frentania, Pelignia, someone else, and someone else. Audiomancer has left the game. Say it ain't so. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
That's the end of Macha.
That's the end of Audiomancer.
Macha is
Game
gone.
over.
The Seleucids decided that they're just going to nibble up the rest. I thought that Bactria could really bring them down a notch, maybe force them to give that land back, but no.
Nope.
Audiomancer could not stand up to the Seleucid Empire.
And yes, I
has
just
been-
have Audiomancer sending me a screenshot of the end game. That's so sad. Oh well.
Oh, it's even a baby
There's-
ruling the country going on. No. Can we have that sent and have that on screen like the
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's precious. That is.
And to think that just last week, Boy was actually boasting on Twitter that he would win against the Kaiser.
Oh well, you
Oh,
know,
boy.
war isn't over yet. If we look at it from Boy's point of view, the guy in the statue's looking really sad right now.
And I think that now we can see the.
Can we?
little-
Can we see it?
Oh, the TV turned down.
It's okay, we can
for
look
some
at it a
reason,
little
but
bit.
I think it's.
We can see
it's
the little
okay.
version
There
here.
we go. Oh yeah, the little baby. Oh, sorry, Franco. Sorry, Audiomancer. Oh well.
What a shame.
Yup.
Ooh, prisoners abroad, right? Okay.
Oh, you do enjoy your prisoners.
Yes, I do.
Of course you do.
That's what war's all about. Now, looking at it, Carthage is actually lacking in manpower and in money. Money's going down, and they're
Yep.
about to eat deficit city, whereas Rome, they've clearly been extorting the right prisoners to have all the dosh they need. Manpower going
Again.
down, but not quite to the level that Carthage is. I wonder if our Celticias might want to side with Rome and actually start plucking away at Carthage proper, but that could give them more trouble than it's worth. We got a lot of support, both for Boy and for Kaiser. But it's safe to say that if you're backing the Kaiser, you're backing the winning side in the Boy-Roman conflict here. It's just not looking so hot for them. People are calling for the F in chat for Boy.
Oh well.
Let's take a look at the player map modes. Looks fairly fleshed out. Do we have anybody still waiting on? I missed this over in India though.
No.
Seems like Stacey's taking the southern tip, whilst Hager Hink is
Yes,
a
but
bit mismatched.
Egerink is gonna block Stacy pretty much right there. So I wonder how their relationship is gonna evolve.
What is the deep significance here, I wonder? Because Kola, yeah, really blocking off.
Yes.
And what is the meaning of this?
Oh yes, perhaps I should send a little message.
I
to our
would
dear
like to get some
Stacey.
intel on what the situation is in India. Why are they doing what they do?
The others are displayed somewhere. And Boy is out.
I think that's the end of
Yep.
Boy. Yeah,
Boy is telling us GG.
Boy decided to fight on to the end, but that's quite
Good boy.
respectable, right?
Yes.
You had an ally, a pretty risky alliance. You knew that Rome and Carthage were going to come batting
Yep.
heads, but you decided to stick through, and here we go. We have the love for Boy. I see Black Ninja in chat saying, no, not Boy. I see Earl Grey saying, hey, boy, 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 boy. And we see Captain Met saying, not my boy.
All
Well-
that memeing potential down the drain. Such a
Away
shame.
they go. Or he does the 700 IQ move, does Johan, and he ends up playing as Boy himself.
Bear
Together,
in mind that now we have Bletonesia that is manned by Sir Beer.
that we
Sir
do.
Beer,
He's
Sir Beer
transcended.
told me he would not let this slide and he would take the bigger country
Okay.
and just rush back into the game.
It's not normally when you say when this will not slide, but okay.
Yeah,
He's
well,
jumped into.
and he's conquering again,
There we go.
mind you.
He liked the look of this guy right here in the Tiomaris. Good marshal right there. And oh, he's a corrupt individual though.
Oof.
Reflected.
Gotta be careful. And you have Salty Daniel telling me that his ally Macedon is pretty gone. Phrygia, wanna be
Yeah,
friends?
Macedon could not hold together. And look at Epirus just nibbling away at the scraps around here. They're making their way down to Sparta. Soon
Yes.
this will not be Sparta.
Yeah.
It's a lot of citizens. They're gonna want to pull those back to mother country of Epirus. So Carthage has now seen peace with Rome.
Yep.
Does that mean Rome has taken any land?
Yes, pretty much
in,
Sardinia and Corsica. That's.
Yeah, I was meaning if he took any land on Africa. Here
Nope.
is not, but he has consolidated his holdings here. He decided to grab glorious Sardinia. It'll complement his Corsica, but he's left Syracuse alone.
Ooh, and Black Ninja is actually very proud of himself, telling us that he actually won a war. It happened.
Where is our
Congratulations,
our
Black Ninja.
Ninja? Oh yes, of course. He,
And Epirus is saying lies.
Granted, I can't see the fruits of his labor of this war, but I assume he took some land over here.
Probably. Yep,
Possibly.
I guess so.
Or this. It's hard to say.
Until Bactria decides to say, okay, this is mine now.
Yeah,
And-
yeah. We have Blue
Devonia?
Flames. Yeah, it's Devonia doing what Devonia dubs best.
Oh, wow.
He's deciding, yep, Gaul should belong to the Proto-Britons. I feel that Pictonia and Arvernia should be a little bit concerned about this.
I think
First
so
they
too.
thought, he's just taking Calais, natural for the British to do, and then, okay, he's just going towards all those horrible, like, Belgians and Flanderses and whatnot.
Horrible Belgians?
But
Beg your pardon?
now he's got. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't use redundancies. Going towards
alright.
the Belgians, and now he's going further down south. Perhaps they're starting to go. Oh, this isn't so good. They
Yeah.
probably need to band together to do something about Devonia
I
coming
can
together.
see a triple alliance between Armorica, Pictonia, and
Yeah.
Arvernia. That would be sweet.
Also note that aggressive expansion appears to be just a number for Devonia. He doesn't seem too worried about this, but everybody he conquers that is not of his culture is going to be immensely unhappy. So if we take a quick look at culture, right? Here are his Prytanes. A few of them around here, but for the most part he's going into God knows what all these people are. They will not like him. They'll be very unhappy. So if we look at any of these places, look at how incredibly unhappy they are.
Oh,
These
yeah.
freemen are below 50% happiness, and anyone who is less than 50% happiness starts generating unrest. Yeah, they are particularly unhappy, so the province is going to become pretty disloyal against him.
Yep.
And high unrest and province disloyalty. That could well spell some troubles from
And we have
Devonia.
Sidestep telling us that basically this attack on the Seleucid, such a good idea.
Was it a mistake, perhaps?
This is fine.
Okay, it's fine. Well, white peace is imminent. White peace will soon be enforced. Oh, well, maybe he's holding out for that. Then again, war exhaustion is pretty high. Ooh, war goal is still contested, though.
Yep.
But yeah, it's not looking so hot. Manpower not great. Army, there was one once, but it appears to be gone. It won't.
It won't because they won't take stuff back.
Uh-huh.
They are terrible.
Oh, no. Okay, so
Sorry,
he's
Sidestep.
gone from plus 40 to very not plus 40 in the war score.
Mm-hmm.
So Armenia is looking a wee bit troubled here.
Let's see a bit Treveria. Did it disappear under the
Yes.
Blitzkrieg from
Treveria.
Treveria?
Treveria. I mean, I know where they are. I'm just there we go. Treveria
Oh,
is
no,
still
they're
there,
still there.
and
Okay.
there, and there.
And soon to be dead, I guess.
Well, maybe. Devonia has a interesting way of going about things. They're still fighting loads, but
Oh boy.
does that mean how are they actually managing their armies around here? Do they just sail them down and get them in there? His manpower doesn't look too hot, but Devonia is still winning, and they're loaded with money.
Oh, actually, Sir Rogers is saying that he didn't get, unfortunately, the Treverian lands.
Oh no, he's saying things are out to get him, but he still keeps on fighting. I think he's seen the Kaiser picking up the pace down in Italy, and he goes, no, there can only be one person that slays
that's
players. So he's juking it all out. Yeah, wait, there we go. Rome is
Ooh,
connecting their
expanding.
lands together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they want the Adriatic as their little paddling pool. I'm sure they're not going to end with just that, Mare.
And we have an update from our dear Stacy saying that they had to end the war quickly and couldn't get that transfer worked out. Hence the split. that
Okay,
avoids.
but there's nothing intentionally blocking each other,
Oh
apparently.
yeah, no, they are still great friends in the words of Stacy.
Well, we'll see. We're all friends until Bactria comes knocking. Or even worse, the
Moria.
Moria.
And Saxonia, look at that.
Yeah, Gittia, we know they took this land to the south to border Phrygia, but I think they are colonizing plenty as well. Well, that's lucky for them, no barbarians around there right now. But yeah, they appear to be snaking and snaking. But Saxonia, what have they been up to? These lands are very thinly populated, but as long as you have them and keep them steady, they will grow in population. So, is Saxonia really just playing the wide game here? Who's to say?
And we have a message directly from Kaiser Johann saying that they are turning the barbarians in the Cisalpine Gaul to proper Romans.
Oh ho! Right.
Civilization will come whether they like it or not.
Here we go. All right, check it all out. If you see the red, that means the Romans are spreading.
Mhm.
Here we go. We got Romans along the coastline here. As well,
Exactly.
you should. We can actually. I wonder if we have to be Rome to check this out. We will do our utmost. Best example is go to Rome itself. If we check these guys out, look at that. They're all Roman. They're all Hellenic. And if we go up to the likes of this place, here we go. Getting rid of these Lepontics and replacing them with true-blooded Romans.
There
right?
we go.
So maybe people are looking at this game and thinking, yeah, I mean, it's one thing to go and fight and conquer and take all these lands, but really what I want to have is total and utter hegemony within my lands. And have that as well,
Yeah,
right?
do that.
You can peacefully, or not so peacefully.
Oh boy, Jake again.
Spread your true faith and the glorious Roman culture across your lands, and it differs from EU4 if you've played that before in a bit here, because rather than just doing it to the province, it's the individual pops that matter here. So we have the citizen here. What is he? He is Lepontic. He is Druidic.
And we don't want that.
And we can have the policies. What do we have? He's got the governor policy here for cultural assimilation. That's what's causing glorious Romans to spread here. And what is it? Each month there is a very good chance, actually, must be a particularly good governor. Oh yes, his civic power is through the roof. Very high chance that a random pop will convert to Roman culture within the lands that he's been given. So yes, I think we're going to be seeing some good red-blooded Romans
That's what we want.
across the empire.
Oh yes. And we have 2 more updates coming from the hotline. We have Kush telling us that the Horn of Africa belongs to Kush.
Ooh, well, let's get away from culture for a moment and check out the Kush. Well, he says the Horn, but I reckon the Oponies would have something to say about that.
Yeah.
I mean, all 1 pop of them and 1,000 units. But still, Kush, you've got a ways to go before you can claim the whole Horn. I'll give you the Ridge. The Ridge of Africa perhaps belongs to Kush, but not the whole Horn.
And we have also news from Vandalia telling us that the north shall grow.
Oh,
Oh,
let it grow.
indeed. Suionia is growing too. Oh, indeed.
Wow, okay, so we saw that Sonia was fighting against the Proto-Norwegians earlier, and they are marching their way over. They haven't quite taken Oslo yet, but they're getting there. They're going to want to make their way all around to Bergen and Stavanger. I know my Norwegian places now. Ugh. It's
Why?
expensive. It's expensive there, but I got a free burger in Norway once.
There you go.
So cheers, Simon. It was good times. So yes, I gotta hand it to Bjorn. He's bringing Sonia to good places. Well done. Grow equals Rome. Well, growing into Rome might be a good idea for some. And there we go, cultural assimilation already. So look, we got something going on here already.
Hold on. You were with Dubonia, and Dubonia just popped a war against Armorica.
Oh, but they also just claimed some peace there. Did they? I saw peace. Maybe they pieced somebody out. Oh my! Oh, wow. What is even aggressive expansion for Dubonia? He's eaten it all, but now he's in a big player war. It's blue flames galore. Now, there's one thing I often say about wars in this game. Bad idea to start one when the session's about to end. That gives your enemies a lot of time to suss things out. Granted, not a lot of players around who can infiltrate in this, but never underestimate the power of the chain gun, right?
Yeah.
I played Doom. It's pretty powerful.
It is.
So we'll see. The reason I'm saying that is because I think we're just a couple of minutes. Yeah, heads up.
Indeed.
I think maybe it's going to be end of year that we pause this because apparently there's we make
loads of streams.
We make loads of games
Yeah,
these
we
days,
do.
right? Remember when there was like two games out there in development that would be going on and getting the attention? Now there's more numbers than I can probably count to. I don't know what that says about me or the games. But apparently they all want their time in the limelight. Oh well, you four will be back. Give it time. It's all Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, says M Power. He's really going for it though, and I'd like to know how he sustains it all. He's got loads of money though. Is he simply hiring up all the mercs that he can? I would be surprised if he's not. Plenty of mercs already under employment. Yeah. Oh wow. So is that, I imagine we're stopping at the turn of the year or some such?
Exactly, something like that.
Devonia to form the HRE. Ooh. Well, what a way to look at it. I mean... Oh wow! Devonia! What a result! Okay, you've captured this land and you've captured my heart.
Is that a love declaration? What's happening, Jake?
The 14th of February was a wee while back. I'll take it late, though.
Oh boy,
Better late than never.
oh boy.
Now, it's not the most populous area, but it certainly is more so than these barbaric lands that Saxonia has decided to take over. So, Debonia is really going places. Impressive stuff. And we got the chat going, what a god, the sun will never set on the Debonian Empire.
Heart of Gold, rule Dubonia.
Chad Debonia. Aggressive
boy, oh
expansion,
boy.
still just a number. Minus 165 loyalty in subject states. Does Debonia even have subjects? No, he's just
Not
saying
even
it's not
that.
even worth the trouble.
Wow.
But here's the thing, all these cultures he's taken over that's not his own hate his guts. Look at how unhappy he is. I don't want to toot anyone.
Dubonia, let it be known, I think Dubonia is a ticking bomb and it's going to implode at a point in time.
Yeah. He could well run into a lot of troubles here, especially now that he's attracted the wrath of 3 players. But still, he's bringing the fight.
That is some warmongering.
Right. I think I'm going to surrender my chair to the maddest lad around.
I mean,
On you
I've
go.
killed the most players, if I include myself in it.
How's it going, Matthew?
I mean, it was a rough start.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a little bit. So when you and I were checking out that country before, we didn't notice what the AI had done to it. So for the gold to power conversion, they'd used it so much there was a 550% reduction in how effective it was.
Indeed.
And it also turns out you have to pay people to leave you alone if they're your mercenaries.
Yep.
I had to pay these mercenaries
That was a
500 gold
That was
to
a fun
just
surprise
piss
for
off.
me too.
Did you survive the second run?
I mean, the second one I
to
did.
me,
I expanded a little bit, mainly because Trintragula bailed me out a little bit with some money.
Look at
Five
Armenia.
ships.
Look what I lost. I lost 1 city. It was a good city though. It's in the mountains here.
It was a very good one.
Only one city. How would you survive such a tragic loss?
No, but the thing is,
Islands.
so what happened was that I attacked, and when I tried attacking yesterday on the save, I crushed them, pieced out for 2 provinces quickly. This didn't happen. so the Seleucids came at me with about 50,000 troops, and I held
we
in the
saw that.
mountains for like 20 years. And then finally I ran out of money, so my biggest mercenary company defected to them. And then I was like, okay, this is over. So they just ran into my country, and I was like, okay, what can I offer you that you want? And whenever they took a province, I added that to the peace offer, and they're like, no, we're too strong. I'm like, but I'm giving you my entire country. We're like, no, we're too strong. So what happened then was that they, I think, went bankrupt because one of their mercenaries defected to me, and then Phrygia declared war on them, and they were like, oh, you know what? Just give us some money and that city. I'm like, yes.
I mean, that's an accurate representation of player diplomacy. That's what I did to Sir Roger's last session. Didn't accept it either.
Yeah.
We're slowly running out of time. Quick word from Dubonia.
To the people, I am in love, a bit of a controversial love, but from the bottom of my heart, aggressive expansion is just a number.
Okay. Pictonia, did you want to say something?
Well, we'll make you pay for each point of aggressive expansion.
Nicely said. And we have Philip. Opidania is no more.
I just want to say that I added 100 extra days to the release due to the devs making the AI working as intended.
Oh well. Oh well. All right, that's it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and
See you,
we'll
chat.
catch you next week.
See ya.